All right, what's up, everybody? I'm just getting set up here. We have Dr. Doug and Lauren going to be tuning in with us today. We're going to be talking a little bit about Isagenix. So while we're waiting for them to get on here, I'm going to shoot them a message, let them know that we're currently live. While we're waiting for them to get on, I just want to give a little bit of a background on why we're doing this. So ultimately, whenever we host anything or we have anything in the office, one of the number one things that I pride myself on is making sure we test it first to see what we think about it, and then we also want to make sure we're interviewing the people who are knowledgeable enough to give us the information, especially with Isagenix. I mean, we've had this stuff around for a really long time. I mean, I remember back when I was, in high school, even there was chiropractors that were boasting about having Isagenix in their office. So Laura just signed on here. So give me 1 second here, Laura. And Lauren, and if you can turn your phone horizontal, Lauren, I think it'll allow me to add you as a guest on here. If not, you're just going to keep seeing my finger just poke at the screen for a second. Okay. I'll just wait here. So basically what we're doing too, and one of the things that we're talking about today is going to be the 30-day cleanse that they have that is set up through Isagenix. And so we looked through some of the products and we looked through some of the ingredients and things, and I was happy to see that they actually have a dairy-free option, which is pretty awesome. A lot of our patients have dairy allergies, so it's not the best thing in the world to have something like that, especially if you're trying to do a cleanse. You don't want to be throwing dairy into your diet because that can be inflammatory, especially if you have an allergy to it. All right, Lauren, do you see? Oh, there we go. We got a message from her real quick. How do I add myself? Okay. All right, so Lauren, make sure your phone is in the horizontal position there, and then once it is doing so, I should be able to add you from the screen, or I allow you, the viewers, to request to join you as a guest in the broadcast too. So if you see a button like that on the screen too, you can always do that. Okay. Let's see here. Just waiting on them. Every one of my live broadcasts with guests take a minute for me to get set up. And then once it gets going, it's fantastic. But let's see. There we go. All right, Lauren. Yes. All right, so you should see a little adding thing, connecting thing coming up on your screen there, Lauren. I'll just wait for that to do it. If not, we'll just blame it on Doug. We'll say it's Doug's fault. All right. Hey, guys.
All right. Hey, guys.
You guys on it?
You guys on it?
Can't hear you. You guys
I can't hear. Do you guys have headphones ready?
There we go. Perfect. That's a beautiful thing.
On this one.
Got it?
Is that better?
Perfect. That's perfect. All right, guys.
Hey, what's up, Jock?
Not too much. Good to see
How
you guys.
are
I'm
you?
loving the pink tie you got there, Doug. Looking good, looking fresh.
All right, baby.
Yeah.
Real men wear pink.
There you go. All right, so cool. I appreciate you guys jumping on the podcast, or the live with us, if you will. So, I mean, realistically, we kind of rushed and pulled a trigger on this stuff just basically because one of the things is I've known Doug for a while. We were in chiropractic school together, and I trust a lot of what he has to say on things. And I keep seeing these testimony after testimony after testimony with, you guys getting phenomenal results with using Isagenix with your patients. So I basically pulled the trigger and was like, you know what, we're going to do this 30-day cleanse just because it has to be some good stuff. But in your words, guys, what, how did you guys get involved with Isagenix?
Yeah, so I actually, before I met Doug, started the product. My sister introduced me. Our company is out of Arizona, and she was living out there at the time. And she actually had her first box delivered to my parents' house in Chattanooga. So I was watching her, in the beginning of her journey with Isagenix. And I'm telling you, within days, I was like, okay, she's happier, she's less moody. Okay, maybe this is something that I need to do. Plus, she's very persuasive. So, and I was a newer mom. I say newer mom. My kid was like 2 years old, but I still had that last 10 pounds that I wanted to lose.
Yep.
and I was actually like researching cleansing and things like that, and I'd actually done like an okra fast.
Okay.
So I was eating only okra.
Sounds
I mean,
disgusting, but
it was
shows
like to the point
dedication.
of desperation at this point. So I was doing anything.
Yeah.
And I mean, literally within like my first couple weeks, I could just tell with bloating and inflammation mainly. And I dropped my 10 pounds in the first month, and I went on vacation, drinking and eating and doing whatever I wanted to.
Yeah.
So that was a true testament for me that I didn't have to like give up everything that I enjoyed doing
Yeah.
in order to see really good results.
Awesome.
So that's kind of how I got started.
Okay. Awesome. What about you?
I started because my wife told me to do it. And as chiropractors, we're skeptical on everything. So as a Dr. Jock, that you've had everything come across your desk. So I mean, you have to be skeptical. And when it comes to your health, you should be. You should ask questions. You should want to know what is this? I mean, are there stimulants in it? Is it good? Is it healthy? Is it bad for my heart? So finally, I just was like, hey, listen, I need to talk to some of these scientists that formulated this stuff. But she was just like, just do a 30-day. I'll pay for it. And I was like, I can buy my own 30-day.
Yeah.
And I ended up doing it. I was like, okay, there's crack in this or something. 'Cause what is the deal?
Yeah.
Luckily, there's not crack in it. This isn't the original Coca-Cola.
There you go.
From the 50s.
Nice.
So
Awesome. And you guys have found a way too to be able to kind of integrate it in to chiropractic. And so I know, Lauren, we were talking through text there, and you asked Doug, you're like, how can we answer that question? So Doug, I'll ask you, or Dr. Doug, I'll ask you, in your own words, how have you seen Isagenix kind of complement chiropractic and chiropractic complement Isagenix?
Well, they go back and forth. I mean, they're very, very similar, and they're closely related in the sense that. And I know I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, but this is good for your viewers and patient base yourself. So here's the deal: we structural doctors, and when it comes to the body and structure, nobody handles that better than a chiropractor. Right. We know that there are certain laws and principles that is based on, and a lot of people that will have a lot of pain, whether it be spinal pain or joint pain or knee pain, hip pain, it just kind of helps to get your body down to a homeostatic weight, and I think right now obesity and things like that are kind of an issue. It's an epidemic in our country. And it's not really necessarily everyone's fault. It's kind of the food, the manufacturers, the foods that they're being fed are just chock full of toxins and heck, even an apple that your grandfather ate's not an apple that we eat today. It's just different. And so you have to be, it takes more than just eating fruits and vegetables. And if we can get some excess weight that people don't, that doesn't belong on the human body, the spine's happier. And if the spine's happier, all the extremities become happier.
Yep.
It makes that overall sense of health coming through that was innately there.
Yep.
It's just something's been blocking it. And it's just kind of getting rid of the excess. This is what doesn't belong.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I mean, that's one of the things we do in the office. I mean, yeah, we work with chiropractic, obviously, because that's what our training is. But we'll do like, certain testings, food allergy testings, hormone testing, things of that nature. But really, like what you were talking about is if somebody's holding around like an extra, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 200 pounds, I mean, how well can your body possibly be functioning? It's not going to be doing very well, and your body's going to be inflamed. And if we keep putting these bad foods in our body, we're circulating toxic blood into the joints, and then we're going to have more degeneration, more arthritis, more neurodegenerative diseases. And so, as chiropractors, we get stuck sometimes in this rut where we're just trying to treat back pain all the time. But if we're just like your standard chiropractor, we just do like the rack and crack and just get you in, get you out, but we never address what may be actually causing that inflammation to begin with. It's like a dog just continually chasing its tail. It's not successful.
Yeah, and we chiropractors, we pride ourselves on educating people on subluxation. What is subluxation? How does that work? And basically, when people understand that big idea, then you can come back and you can apply it to other areas of your life. Your diet might be subluxated. You might be thinking you're eating healthy because you're eating fruits and vegetables, but if our soil is bankrupt and we're not getting the vitamins and minerals from it, you have to supplement that. We're just here lately. I feel like our generation, we're not getting nutritionally what we want. That's why we're always hungry. And so we're trying to satisfy this need and we can never be satiated perfectly because we're not getting the food. Your body's not getting what it wants.
Yeah.
And so you'll have a meal, and then 10 minutes later you're reaching for a bag of chips or something like that, and that's not the road to health. There is another component. I feel like chiropractic can help, but usually my patients that they already know there's an issue. You know, like they'll come to me and I'll go over goals with them, and I'll try to create some goals. And if weight loss is a goal, you know, if that's something they're telling me, like, I'd love to lose 20, 30 pounds, and I don't ever have to usually say anything. They at that point kind of know. They're like, and I'm sure if I lost 30, 40, 50, 100 pounds, you know, that would probably help my cause. And all I have to do is just sit there and kind of just nod. You know, you might be onto something there. If that is the case, then we just kind of we show them what we do. You know, just like you practice what you preach. You can tell your patients the methods of good exercise, getting adjusted, eating good things, and just doing that. You lead by example. We do the same. So I don't talk about Isagenix a lot, but I do have it on the wall. And if people, you know, I have like a demo on the wall, and people will ask, hey, what is that? But that's what I do. People always ask me, do I recommend a certain supplement or whatever? And I'm like, that's it. And if they're like, oh, I'd love to learn more about that, I just plug them into. I have Lauren talk to them.
Yeah.
Just kind of walk them through the progress. There's no pressure. There's nothing like that. It's just, if you want to get plugged into healthier eating and a safe way to shed pounds, this is it.
Yeah. And that's what I mean, just like you were saying too, like when Lauren sent over, you know, even the products that came in, and the first thing I did was immediately spun the bottles around. I'm like, all right, I have to, I'll be 100% honest with you. You guys, I trust you guys so much that I didn't even look at the ingredients until the package actually came in. All I asked was, is there going to be dairy in it? And you gave me some dairy-free options. And so I'm flipping it over. I'm like, okay, I'm looking. Like, holy crap. I'm like, this stuff actually has some really good ingredients in it. There's like no fillers or nothing bad. The other question I had was, is there going to be any artificial sugars in it? And we talked on the phone, Lauren, and you're like, no, absolutely not. We're not going to be putting anything like that in our bodies. Like, this is, it just like resonated with us. I'm like, you know, this might be something that we're going to, you know, I can benefit from. And then I always trial run myself, and then, you know, be able to spread that to a lot more people, because it's something that's absolutely necessary.
For sure.
The company, the more you learn about it, they have high integrity. And
Yeah.
That's one thing Lauren and I like about them is they're the owners of the company, and we don't have to get into that, but they had all the money they ever needed. They didn't need to come back to business. They did it because there was a need.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're a Christian-based company. They're doing this because our country is in a position that it's just spiraling downward, and they want to be a part of the solution.
Yeah.
So we found this to be a solution. I've been going 4 years strong on these products. They're amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't found anything like it.
So you thanked Lauren for that yet, or no?
Every day, every day. She reminds me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. So Lauren, so what gets you fueled up to help more people? I mean, I clicked on some stuff and I was looking around. I talked to Doug. Doug shot me over to you, and you were super passionate about it. I mean, what really excites you the most about using these products?
Gosh, so when I first started, like I said, I was a tired mom. I mean, I was
Moms are never
24 years
tired.
old.
Come on now.
Right? I thought that, like, oh, I'm a mom now. Like, I've got to feel like crap and be, you know, chunky and whatever. So, like I said, I was 24 years old. I mean, that's pretty young, you know,
Yeah.
and I was already thinking, like, oh, this is it. You know, this is like the best I'm ever going to feel. So when I started the products and I dropped that 10 pounds like that, and it was almost like the fog was lifted, like my eyes were open, like I was excited to wake up. And I haven't felt like that in a long time. And I looked around me and I saw so many people that literally just looked like they were on autopilot, you know, just like existing. I'm like, you know what? People really, really need this. And just like, you know, it started helping a few people who helped a few people. And now, you know, I love hearing other people's stories. Like, we've helped people save their marriage. I helped a mom last week whose child who literally like won't eat anything other than junk food, which, you know, I have thoughts on that. But she's tried to trick him in every single way. And, like, he is obsessed with our products.
Great.
So knowing that he's getting one shake a day and, like, literally getting more nutrients than most people get all week long is just like, oh, it just makes my heart happy. So, you know, if I can be a part of making a family healthier, Plus, there's like also a financial benefit too. I love helping people make an extra income. There's such a need for that
Yeah.
now. You know, a lot of families would stay together if they could make an extra $300 to $500 a month. So that's, you know, huge for me too. It's just been such a blessing in so many ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing better than getting superfood into your body is getting free superfood. That's having a way to pay for those groceries and help other people get healthy. That's kind of like that's our mission. And so, and I don't know if you've. I was a pretty clean eater. Like I was eating raw fruits and vegetables. She was like, all you had at your apartment was nuts and tuna and like, you know, seaweed and all this stuff. And I was healthy. I had energy. I was like, I'm good. But when I did this, I shed 13, 15.
No, 18 pounds.
18
pounds.
Like,
and he looked.
Oh, you guys there? You guys still on there? You guys pause for a second here. Let me try one thing real quick. Momentary pause there. They just popped off real quick. I'm gonna wait until they jump back on. Let's see here. I'll wait for them to pop back on. So Doug basically was down 18 pounds last we heard there. See if I can log them back in. There we go. Coming back on. There we go. Okay. Try it back here again.
We had an incoming call.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's all right. So Doug lost 18 pounds as last we heard.
Yeah, that was the smallest my waistline had been since high school.
Okay.
And I was like, I didn't think I had that 18 pounds to shed. And that's what it proved to me, because I told her, I was like, I didn't think I had that much weight to lose. And she's like, you probably lost visceral fat. You lost, like, your body fat will hold on to toxins. And that's how your fat will go around and encapsulate that toxin to protect you.
Yep.
And so, and it holds on to it because it doesn't want to release it back into the bloodstream. So
Safer that way, even though it doesn't look as good.
So I released toxins from probably before I even started chiropractic school.
Yeah.
I was just getting rid of the junk, the gunk, feeling better.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I like too is like, you know, Lauren, when you and I were texting back and forth, we were talking about how like I do, like, and even Doug, I told you this, I do the accidental intermittent fasting where I can go all day long and I don't eat a darn thing. And it's mostly because I just get wrapped up in business and whatnot. And I just get home, I'm like, holy crap, I forgot to eat all day. And so, so like my main goal, like I told you, I don't want to lose. I could afford to lose, you know, visceral fat, but I don't want to lose like a ton of weight. I'm already, you know, low body fat, but my goal is to start to establish a habit of not just clean eating, because I already eat clean, but eating consistently through the day. And I think what happens is with the modern society, you know, we're always trying to grab something real quick, or we don't realize how much we're actually eating. And so if we can have the structure and we do it for a full 30 days, you know, we're going to establish a habit of eating in a proper moderation. Our stomach will start to shrink down in normal size. So that way we're not constantly just feeding our bodies crap. Our insulin should come back to normal. So if you're dealing with insulin resistance, that should start to normalize. Your blood sugar should start to normalize too. So there's all kind of positive benefits from it. So really it's something that's not just like a cleanse, but it develops a healthy lifestyle for those people who might be like stuck in a rut. So have you guys seen anything like with that too, besides myself?
Well, it does reset. It resets. We always tell people this is a metabolic reset for yourself. This isn't like a fad diet where you're gonna do this, you're gonna lose a little bit of weight, and then you're gonna go right back to your old ways because you're happy with where you are, and then you're gonna go right back. Now this resets things to where, and as long as you do the correct, it's kind of like chiropractic. As long as you do the corrective part of it, and then you follow the maintenance, you know, you're gonna keep getting healthier and healthier and stay in that no cravings kind of state of health. awesome.
Yeah.
But you just have to follow recommendations. We can't make them do it. A cool story. I have one of my assistants. She's my case manager. She actually just started a 30-day system, and on the first day when she went to make her shake, and it's a 250 calorie shake. You know, it's a good, and so she couldn't finish the whole thing. Like she couldn't drink. It's packed. It's so nutrient dense that she had to give like the last third, fourth of it away to one of my other assistants. She's like, can you? And she was like, it's delicious. I'm just full.
Yeah.
And so people are always like, they hear the idea of doing a meal replacement shake, and they're like, I am going to be starving. I tell you right now, you are not going to be starving. You're going to be satiated. The body's going to receive what it needs, and you won't be hungry.
Yeah.
And that's what people can't. They look at this. They call us and like, what's in this? Why am I not hungry? There's got to be a stimulant in it or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's called nutrition.
You've never heard of this before, but it's nutrients. That's what you're getting right now.
This is what your body feels like when it's nutrient. You know, it's got nutrients in it.
Exactly.
They're like, I've cleaned my house. I vacuumed twice. I mean, I'm looking for things to do. I've got all this energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feed the body.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. Makes sense when you think about it. You break it down in the most simplistic form, and if you give the body what it needs, the body can function. You know, the way that it was ultimately designed to. So, I mean, it's. I'm excited to do it. And again, like the dairy-free option, that made me ecstatic, and no sucralose, that made me super pumped up as well. And then seeing the ingredients, and there's so many like beneficial ingredients that I mean, I was taking them just like in bulk supplements on the side, and then to see like these synergistic blends where there's multiple things in together, and so I can take a pill and boom, throw that in there. And like for like there's like cayenne in one of the supplements as well, so like I think that's the accelerator. So like there's all kinds of positive things. I'm like, yeah, like they did it. Like these guys definitely did their homework, and it was like all the knowledge that I randomly picked up through chiropractic school and through bodybuilding, like these guys actually threw it all together in a mix. I'm like, dang, why the heck did it take this long?
Well, that's what's cool. These formulators, like a couple of the big things right now is keto and intermittent fasting. And I'm like, adaptogens. Everyone's now coming up to speed on these things. Isagenix, which is only like 17 years old, they knew this back then. They designed these cleanse days to put you into ketosis. They didn't call it keto. They just said your body needs to achieve a state of ketosis. So we know that so they don't cleanse every day. You're not doing those cleanse days every day because that wouldn't be sustainable or probably enjoyable. It might not be even like healthy. I think Julian Michaels says it's not healthy. And she brought up some really good points.
Yeah.
But like as far as intermittent fasting goes, you can apply those same principles to this. You could do your first shake at lunch. Have your second shake as a snack. And then still go home and eat dinner, and you just cut it off around 8, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
And the body's gonna be fed, and you're gonna burn fat like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, that's exciting. So you talked about
you have any fat, dude? Come on, man. You're shredded. You've always been shredded.
Yeah, I have a hard time keeping weight on, but it doesn't help that I don't eat, hardly ever. So, only when I want to bulk. But so you were talking about cleanse days and shake days. I researched it. I know what those things are, but like for the people who are watching right now, how would you explain like a shake day versus a cleanse day with Isagenix?
There you go. So a shake day, super easy. It's laid out for you. You can have 2 of our shakes. They're a complete macronutrient meal, perfect meal for your body. And then you can have 2 snacks around 100 to 200 calories. And some of our boxes already have your snacks in them, which is my favorite because I hate meal prep. I'm a mom, like you, I literally wouldn't eat until dinner.
Yeah.
If I didn't have these products, and I used to not. And then you're basically responsible for one healthy 400 to 600 calorie meal, well balanced, protein, lots of vegetables, a healthy carb. I love this. You don't have to cut out any, important food groups that your body needs. Your body needs healthy carbs. Your brain needs a little bit of, healthy sugar to function properly. And then your cleanse days, this is our fasting day. You're going to get your nutrient supported cleanse drink that you have 4 times a day. And then we have these little snacks that you can have in between. your cleanse drinks, and we have these little chocolates that are so good. They're my favorite.
Oh yeah, those are great.
Yeah, so they make cleanse days a breeze, and plus they've compared like our nutrient supported cleansing with a water fast. And we've done all these studies compared to like the heart healthy diet. Like we blow it out of the water, which no other company does this. We have those scientifically supported studies comparing our products to other things that work, but might not be as good as what.
One of the important things that she just said, as far as cleanse days go, that becomes the intimidating factor for a lot of people. Like, whoa, what's this cleanse day thing? This sounds like, am I fasting? They hear intermittent fasting or fasting. You're actually snacking and eat. You're able to chew and eat some things all day long. It's just it's still considered fasting because you're going to be taking in less than 500 calories. So it still falls under that category. But once again, as long as you're keeping your water strong and you're following the regimen, you're not going to be hungry. You're not going to be starving. You're just going to be in that pattern of, you might miss eating, be like, oh, it's 12 o'clock. Where's my meal? You know, I'm used to doing the knife and fork thing. But if you can just keep yourself busy, like I know you do, that's why you don't eat. Then you're not going to miss the food. You're just not going to, your body's still going to be fed.
Yeah.
So you're not starving. You're not starving yourself.
No, you're physically not hungry at all.
Yeah.
Because you're getting the nutrients.
And you do, I think it was saying too, you do, was it like 2 to 5 shake days before you do a cleanse day or something? Is that what they suggest?
Yes.
So you can have some nutrients. Go ahead.
They recommend that. I think it's almost better because the shakes have a cleansing quality to them. Just drinking the shakes will help you pull out toxins.
Okay.
That's how they're formulated. I think it's a good idea for them to do it for like a couple weeks.
Okay.
Isagenix recommends 4 or 5 days. I say 2 weeks, knock out a cleanse day.
Okay.
You know, wait another week, do another cleanse day, and then what I like to tell people is at the end of your 30-day system, do a 2-day cleanse. Because if you do 2 back-to-back cleanse days, that second day, you're burning 80% more fat or of the fat.
Yeah.
And you feel and look amazing. It's a nice little cap off to your month. And you can just wake up the next morning, look at yourself in the mirror and not recognize who you are. You're like, wow, this stuff rocks.
Yeah.
It's that's where the reset really hits home. You're like, I just did something. I made a change in my body.
Yeah. Awesome. I know I was looking at the, I think it was the Iso Flush, the stuff you take before bed. Is that the Flush? It has the bentonite in that too. The bentonite.
Yes, I love that.
I don't know if it's a clay form, but I know it's bentonite, and so that's great because I deal with a lot of patients too with like mold toxicities, and one of the things that takes mold out is bentonite. So I saw that and I was like, ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So that help to pull more toxins out.
A lot of people miss that ingredient. I love that.
Oh, it's the first one.
That's one of my favorite products.
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Just wait till you start the products.
I know.
Excited.
I'm excited already. I'm like, because we have a wedding this weekend. Megan's already out there. I just drove to the airport at 4 this morning. And then I get up there on Friday and then we're hitting the ground running. And Cynthia, our office manager, is going to be doing it on Monday with us too. So I'm pumped, I'm excited. But like what I wanted to also say too is, and we can wrap things up here, but if you have, if somebody's looking to get like more information, things like that on Isagenix, or they want to reach out to you, or if they want to do the cleanse with us, at the same time or whatever. I know we have a couple of days. The shipping was really quick when you put the order in for us.
2 days.
Like 2 days.
Usually 2 days.
Yeah, which is fantastic. So if people want to do that, I strongly urge you to reach out to these guys to get this stuff set up. I will say that I wish I would have done at least the upgraded package to get the snacks, because I was jealous when I was reading through the days and I saw all the munchies that Megan has, and I'm like, I don't have any of those munchies. But
maybe she'll share.
Yeah, I doubt it. but
she won't share her chocolates. I promise you that.
I wouldn't take that from her. I feel like that's
sneaky a handful of those, bro. You're gonna need them.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
like
but yeah, I mean, wrapping up, is there any final words or anything like that you'd want to say to encourage people to look into Isagenix or do a cleanse or a flush or anything?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I would just say be open-minded, and if you're the people, if they're following you, that means they're open-minded. If they're looking at alternative sources of health, they're on the same course you are, the same path, and just give it a try. It's honestly, it's just food. Yeah. It's just food, but it's created and formulated to get. They've tried to get the same amount of nutrition from a knife and fork solid food meal. You can't. The way they formulate, you're going to absorb more nutrients than you could in a knife and fork meal of the same quality. So it's give it a try. Just try it for 30 days, see where you're at, become a believer on your own terms.
Yeah.
That's what I would suggest to people and here's the deal. Try it, because if you don't like it, the company is so confident in the products. If you don't like it, it didn't give you the response you want, money back, 100%. Guaranteed. Like, you could literally eat all the products, and if you're not satisfied, you can tell them, hey, I know I did the whole month of products, but I didn't like it. They'll return your money. That's how good they are.
That's incredible.
There's no risk, bro.
Yeah.
There's none. That's how confident they are in the system.
That's awesome. Awesome.
We can leave Lauren's contact information in one of the comments here in a little bit. So
yeah, absolutely.
That could probably help out with people to get a hold of Lauren, and
I love it.
she can help them out.
Awesome. Well, thanks guys for jumping on here with me. Obviously we could do one at the end too, at the end of the 30 days, and we just recap, what we did. We'll try to take some pre and post pictures too. Again, hopefully I don't disintegrate, but
that makes it fun.
We'll get the
target's fat, not muscle.
I know. I'm just joking. But yeah, we'll look to do that in maybe like 30 days or so. Whenever the cleanse is all said and done, maybe we can jump back on here, and I can get Megan on here as well, and even Cynthia. We can go over what we all experienced and talk about it.
Yeah, we're excited to see what your feedback is.
Yeah,
get your feedback.
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, you guys get back to work again. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be in touch.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks, Doc.
All right, take care, guys.